I'm not a great public speaker, so I prefer to be on your level. If that's okay with you, I'll sit rather than stand. So Sarah's asked me to talk about caring for people by caring for the planet. So I kind of taken a little bit of a side view of that. So as human beings, we're a pretty resilient bunch. We are able to be creative, we're communicative, we're intelligent, we can build things to make our lives better, all that sort of stuff. We're defined in a number of ways, like mother, sister, daughter, farmer, nurse, carpenter, whatever you like. They're just some of the words we use. But no matter how we're defined, we're all alike in one simple way, and it's inherent in our DNA, the need to be loved and to give love in all its formats. So you may have heard, or you may not have heard, of a book written by Gary Chapman. It's called The 5 Languages of Love. And in that book, Gary wrote about how we feel and perceive love based on his experience as a counsellor. The languages of love help us to not only understand ourselves better as partners in the world we live in, they are words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. You might be wondering what this has to do with caring for our planet. COVID and climate change, drought, fire, and a myriad of other disasters have befallen us over many, many years. There's nothing new in that. Like I said, we're fairly resilient. But I believe if you understand your own love language, that is the way you best show love and receive love, then you can put this to very good use, not only in your relationships, but in caring for our planet. Is the earth in itself not a living being? So, taking a closer look at some of those topics. Words of affirmation. If this is your love language, you'll be the person who compliments a friend or a relative on how they look or a job well done. It's clinically proven that you will improve your mental health and others by those interchanges. Sorry, I'm nervous. I don't do this very often. Thank you. So you're at words of affirmation. Okay. So where did I get up to? Okay. You'll sleep better at night and all of those things. But if your love language is words of affirmation, chatting out in the garden is something that we all do. We talk to the bugs, the birds, the bees, all of those things. You might find yourself talking to a plant and encouraging it to grow. Some people will tell you that chatting to a plant will help it grow. I don't know. But it will help you to use your love language to heal the earth by talking about its needs and how we can all help reduce the impacts of climate in our own bioregions. So your love language of words of affirmation can be a powerful tool, not only in caring for yourself, but also the planet. Raise up your voice and be heard. Acts of service. This language is really a no-brainer. You're the person who will bend over backwards to do something for someone else. You show your love by doing the most mundane of tasks on behalf of somebody else, or just to give them a break. You are the person who is maintaining a community space or growing vegetables for others to share in. You're caring for our planet with your love language, and you will be involved in a lot of things at a grassroots level. You're the doer, and we want to thank you for your love and devotion. Receiving of gifts. If this is your language, you're a giver and a receiver. You know nothing more than to give and receive. You love nothing more than to give and receive gifts. You will like to buy or make tokens, both large and small, for your loved ones. Using this language, giving the earth the gift of a sapling, knowing that it will grow and bear fruit, will speak to your heart. The fruit being the gift in return for your stewardship. You will sow and reap benefits and rewards all day if you can. You are the person who might be involved in growing community market gardens or setting up seed swaps. You just love the act of giving and receiving. The language of quality time is next. So in your personal life, you are the person who is the busiest, but also the person who will set aside time to really make a difference. At home, you will say, turn off the television or the mobile phone and really focus on what is being said by those you love. In terms of caring for the earth, you're the person who will be involved in activities that really make a difference, such as sustainable action groups or activism of some kind to share your knowledge or through teaching others. Whatever you do, you give 100% of your attention to it with the time that you have. Physical touch is the last of our languages to discuss, and I'm sure you know by now where I'm going with this talk. The way in which we show love when our language is physical touch is quite obvious. You're the friend who gives hugs or a pat on the back. You'll be the person who is sculpting the land. Perhaps you're involved in regenerative agriculture or permaculture design. Maybe you'll be out at the weekend working with land care or to rehabilitate a broken and sick area of landscape. Yours is the language of showing up and caring by your actions and the activity of doing. Albert Einstein said, "A human being is a part of a whole, called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feelings as something separate from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his own consciousness. The delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a few persons nearest to us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature." Einstein understood the limitations we impose on ourselves by this way of thinking, a way of thinking that determines what we focus on and how we see the world. He asked us to question who we are and our relationships with all of life and the universe as a whole. Einstein invites us to explore a systems perspective, holistic thinking, and an integrated consciousness that acknowledges our intimacy with the universe. Fundamentally interconnected and continuously transforming whole, manifesting as patterns of energy, matter, and consciousness. In this view, being the world of nature and consciousness, not separated but intertwined. Caring for our earth will not only allow you to develop your garden and community, but by default it also allows you to care for others who will benefit directly and indirectly from your love and attention. In so doing, you are caring for people by caring for the planet. And I'm going to ask you, do you know your love language? How will you use it to care for our planet? So on show today, there's been a range of ways that you can manifest your love for the planet. There's compost, there's biochar, there's all sorts of other stuff going on. And I guess I really want to encourage you to do it because you have that energy and that love for people and planet. So thank you. If anyone wants to talk about permaculture specifically, I'm happy to do that, but that's my little talk. Thank you.
There'll be some questions.
No, that's okay. It was a little left field of, I think, what people might have thought they were coming to listen to. But
well,
yeah.
Permaculture questions.
Copies? You can have my copy if you like.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you can have my copy if you like, and I'm happy to, I can email it to Sarah and she can send it out if she wants to. Yeah, cool. Thank you. All right. Okay, thanks folks.
Well, looks Looks like you've dumbfounded them.
Thank you so much.
You've been very brave.
Thank you very much.